else today. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up our little mini series on water in watercolor. Okay, let's go see what we can do to control the amount of water that's being dumped all over our paper by our brush. Okay, I'll meet you over at the easel and we'll see just how simple that problem can be fixed. I'll meet you there. Okay, here we go. Now, how much water? How do I control the amount of water that's in the brush? Okay, now I've got three brushes here. Okay, bigger, smaller, and small. I'm not going to use brush numbers because those aren't universal. It's just the bigger the brush, the more area you're going to cover and the more water that brush is going to hold. Okay, now I'm just going to dip this in here. That's a lot of water, okay, out of that brush. Now I'm going to dip my middle-sized brush in the water and I'm going to pick up some paint. I'm going to put it down. And as you can see, there's not as much water. Now, with the small brush, I'm going to dip in right into the paint, bring it down, and as you can see, there's not as much water in there. So, what does all this mean? This means that the larger area that you want to paint, that you need to paint, the larger your brush should be because it's going to hold more water, more fluid, more paint than a smaller one. And likewise, if I got a little area where that should work, if I use this brush, I'm going to be real mad at myself. Okay, now let's just do a little demonstration here. Okay, this brush, she's fully loaded. Okay, now I can take that brush, and that is a lot of paint. And I mean, that's a lot of paint. Okay, now we're going to take the next size brush, our medium size brush, this one. Put it in here. It's loaded really good. Now we're going to take it and run it down. But see how the paint starts running out? Okay. So you would use that brush in an area that's smaller than that, because if you put this in there, all this is going to dump right out onto your paper and you're not going to be able to control it. Now let's look at the little brush. Okay, let's just look at our little brush. We put it in the paint. Now we come in here and it looks good for a while, but then it runs out of paint too. Okay, so depending on the size of the area you need to cover, use a brush that is appropriate and will hold the right amount of paint. Okay, that's the important thing. That is how I control the amount of paint that is in my brush that goes onto my paper. Okay, appropriate brush sizes for the size of the area in which you're painting. Okay, now with that, we'll get back to painting and we'll talk about this as we paint our next lesson picture. Okay, be with me then. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave comments for goodness sakes, and remember that Ann and I love you. We love you, we love you, we love you. And see there? Told you it could be fixed. Not a great big problem. Just work with your brushes. Know which one is friendly on small spots and friendly on big spots, and you got it. Okay? Be with me tomorrow and we'll start our next series. Okay, until then, remember that Ann and I love you. We love you. We love you. We love each and every one of you.